The bond with these kids has been so fun over the years. It's allowed me to build friendships that'll last a lifetime.
Unified Sports has been a truly rewarding experience working with these students. It allowed me to help them play sports just like anyone else could.
When I go back in, I'll hit a three for you, but I'll wait for that open shot.
The camaraderie of being part of a team. You go to school and you have your classmates and there's some discrete buckets and lines that are drawn. But when you get unified, those buckets pour into one bigger one and the lines blur and suddenly you have teammates. Teammates are different than just people you hang out with because they're people that you compete with. They're people that you celebrate the victories, you lick your wounds after a defeat. It gives a lot of kids an opportunity to do that who wouldn't have it any other way. It's really pretty special.
Everybody leaves a better person because of it.
2, 3, Farmington!
What's been so fun about it is not only making my shots, but the real fun has been helping the other kids, helping them to score baskets. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Unify gives Thomas an opportunity to actually compete, whereas other doors may be shut to him in that regard.
Thomas and his brother are biological siblings, and we adopted them from an orphanage in Ukraine. Thomas was 3 at the time, his brother was 5.
In order to be eligible for adoption out of Ukraine, there are several conditions. There has to be, for lack of a better word, something wrong with the child. Thomas was diagnosed with emotional, intellectual, and physical developmental delays. Matt was given essentially the same diagnosis, and they threw in a tuberculosis infection as well. They had been in the orphanage for 2.5 years. Nobody had visited in over 2 years.
Not sure that we'll ever catch up for what they lost from having lived in an institution for as long as they did.
The language barrier was insurmountable, period. Nobody spoke English in Western Ukraine. But one of the ladies in the orphanage made a gesture that with Thomas, it was very clear he needed a little extra love and a little push on the behind.
It's different when you come from the history that they have had.
Those photos are really the only way that I would remember my time in the orphanage. Otherwise, I really wouldn't.
When it got really hard was when we left there. Coming to this country and living in a house in Farmington, this was like a whole new world for them, for us. A very long process of adjusting. Thomas is a really high energy guy, and when he was younger, it was really difficult for him to control that in school or in certain social settings. So channeling that enthusiasm that can easily get out of control required a tremendous amount of patience from us as his parents, from his teachers, paras.
He also had some fine motor skills issues, which would cause him to be frustrated if you asked him to use a pencil to draw anything, if he had to manipulate buttons on a shirt or tie shoelaces. Somewhere around middle school, though, when he was developing more, it became clear that the challenges might be more than what we wanted to believe. And he's not going to be anything more than a special ed student. And that's when we adopted the motto of play up. Play up. If I play golf with a scratch golfer, I'm going to shoot a much better score than if I play with somebody who shoots a 130. Play up. And so people in the school system adopted that and play up, and that's really gotten him to where he is today.
Don't be afraid to shake this stuff.
Every single school morning, TK can be found in the Hawks Nespresso, making either iced coffee or hot coffee beverages for faculty and staff members here at the high school.
My TK special. I do 1 pump of the salted caramel, 2 pumps of vanilla, And then I do a cold brew if someone wants it iced. Can you grab me the white chocolate?
That is not just a coffee shop. It's been an amazing, positive thing for our school culture.
TK has done an incredible job at everything that he's done here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
He's always willing to raise his hand and say, I'll do whatever it takes to make an experience better for somebody else, and that's what TK is. He's stepped into some big shoes. Literally, our mascot has some massive feet that he puts his feet in when he comes out there, engaging with our fans and our community.
He's in his element here. Senior year, he's having the time of his life.
There's no way this could have been accomplished without the people here at Farmington High School. Very dedicated. Whether it's doing the mascot work or the unified and such, I mean, this is all time outside of the normal school time. I mean, they are very dedicated and they are very good.
I saw something on the Yard Goats from Twitter saying, have you ever wanted to energize a crowd? If so, then this is for you. We are having mascot auditions. I knew this was right up my alley.
One thing that always surprises me is that somebody who talks so much typically can be successful in the role of a mascot, where he can't say a word, yet he does it.
That's some bad news, man.
We're not going to Mohegan Sun?
We were going to have the opportunity to go down to Mohegan Sun on a Sunday. But for TK, he was a little bit disappointed that we weren't heading down on a Saturday because Chick-fil-A, as we all know, is open on Saturdays and Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays, but they're not open on Sunday.
The bad news is Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, and that's unfortunate if we get picked for the state tournament and we have to play on Sunday. We got picked.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. James, Johnny Rockets will do me just fine. I'll take Johnny Rockets. The original burger place sounds good.
TK being TK always finds the positive.
We have just gotten a once-in-a-lifetime treat. We will be going to Mohegan Sun next weekend.
TK being a captain took a lot of great pride in being able to make the announcement to his teammates that their goal had come true.
It was like Hoosiers, actually. The whole thing, kind of like that underdog story. TK is kind of that way. Our unified team has just been such an unbelievable program here.
The whole send-off that the team received, I mean, I had tears in my eyes getting on the highway.
When we got to the Route 4 and 84 interchange, it was a very humbling experience and something that I'll just never forget. The first responders, the police officers, the volunteer firefighters all take time to come out there and wish us all the best of luck as we headed down to Mohegan Sun. Still to this day, our athletes talk about that.
It let them play on a big court. It made them feel like they're professionals, so.
People say that we played at halftime of the E.O. Smith-Pomperog game. I'd like to think that E.O. Smith and Pomperog played before and after our game.
I couldn't ever have imagined what that Mohegan Sun experience was going to be like. But when he hit that three-pointer, just really magical.
Hitting a three was more than I had planned on. I thought it was a little off to the left. I didn't think it was right on, but then when it went in, all I remember is just the explosion from the bench, then me doing the flying shoulder bump with Noah. That literally was a highlight of my year.
I think the thing that really got me, though, was that there was an announcer to call his name. I don't know, not many people get that experience, right, of hitting a big shot and then hearing your name announced for that over the PA system.
Todd Kelly.
What I think is absolutely crazy is the fact that, oh, here I am in an orphanage when I was 3, not knowing that I could do a whole lot, all the way to where I am today. The whole play up, where I think if it wasn't for all the support of everybody here, I would not get all the opportunities that I have now. They would not even be possible.
So much of what he's actually accomplishing, we were told at various points he would never be able to accomplish. We never doubted there was so much more, which is why the whole play up, no, we never doubted it.